Good morning, guys. Summer here, owner of Greensboro Downtown Yoga, coming to you for today's CounterFlow Yoga class. Just a quick reminder for those who might be new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button below and the little bell so that you can get notified whenever we go live and we add new content, which we do add new content multiple times a week. So would love to have you as one of our friends and family. And also, if you feel empowered or inspired by any of the content that we do provide for you free here on the channel and on our website, gsoyoga.com, we'd really be incredibly appreciative to any support that you can give through donations. You know, we are just a small business in Greensboro, North Carolina that's been impacted by COVID-19 like so many others, and your financial support would help us in keeping the doors open and helping us keep excitement for when we can finally return to normal, right? So we appreciate that. There's a Ko-Fi link in the description below. You can also find it on our website. So, all right, so CounterFlow Yoga. This is a class that is all about countering the postures that we find in everyday 21st century life. So letting go of this and opening up our hips. And today, this week, we've been looking at ways to increase our range of motion in our hips and planks, but we're not going to do planks in this class. We're going to work on our wrists though. So we're going to have some fun finding some inner strength. All right, so we're gonna start on your mat. And with this class, I do encourage you to actually put your mat going, I think that's horizontal, horizontal here so that you have a better view of me throughout class. All right, but starting with our feet under our hips, shut your eyes for a moment. And just feel where your body is in space. Notice all 10 toes on the ground. Just start to rock forward and backwards. And there's this little sway that you get. As we do that, you let go of the control, the rigid firmness that we have in our body, and just allow the body to sway. It's an interesting thing with this class is it's all about how we can let go of some of that control and be curious and creative in our movement, which takes courage. It shifts side to side. So you might find that you really don't like to let go. That moving like this feels really awkward and you feel like you need to place your body. If that's where you're at, just know it and be aware. Let's come back to center. Lift up high on your toes. And then with a little bit of effort, you go down. Lift up high. So you're getting this lift and then you come down. And I want you to add arms to it. So arms lift up and then throw your arms down. Use your breath. I'm going to ask you multiple times today to use breath to let go of stuff. And your moves, your arms right here, don't have to look like mine. Maybe you want yours out to the side. You find a way that feels good to you. Let's do one more. Big one. Now lift one heel and then the other. You're going to start to circle your wrist. And I like to just take this moment to look side to side at your wrist. I'm going to ask you multiple times today to find movement in your neck, because that's a really important aspect of this class, is that we let go and we find movement. Start to lift your arms up. And I call these our little sassy hips. So you can start letting them actually like go side to side, up to your hands and then back down. Multiple things going on in the body, right? You're moving your feet, your hips, your arms. And one of them might not be wanting to move as well as the other. And that's okay. Keep moving with this. Change directions with your wrist every now and then. Start to notice if you're feeling tension in the arms. Especially if you spend a lot of your day behind computers or something, you're going to. Let's do one more time, coming down. Just be curious how your body can move. Down, big shoulder rolls. Big shoulders. Start to bend into your knees as you do that. So you bend and you circle. Bend and circle. Start to make the arms even bigger. You don't have to look a certain way, but it's about getting movement through our shoulder joint. Getting bend into our knees, which is this little type of bounce. So I want it to feel, bouncy is a word, but I want it to be grounded at the same time. So you've got all 10 toes pressing into the ground while we circle our arms one more time. Big, deep inhale, lift your arms overhead. I'm trying to see you lengthen over to the side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come high. Lift your arms. Deep inhale. Exhale, you're going to drop your arms and flip. Inhale, rise. Do that again. Drop your arms and flip. Rise up. One more time. Lift. So it's that same kind of flip from earlier. Now lift up. Side reach. Add your hip to it. Maybe your heel lifts. Lengthen high. Exhale. Oh, it's that great side bend. Inhale. Exhale, your hands come together behind your back. Interlace. Look to the sky. Squeeze your shoulders together. Inhale high. Lengthen over. So right now, as we explore this movement in our body, look inside yourself. Release your hands. Discover what is that inner strength that you're working for today. Inhale, rise up, arms high. Exhale, hands come to your thighs. Round your back, look into your belly. Exhale, arch, look up to the sky. It's a standing cat-cow. Do that one more time. Find movement in your back. Then stay low right here, neutral spine, and your knees are going to kind of circle. I'm going to turn so you guys can see that a little bit more. So we're circling our knees. Maybe your heels come off the floor. I have a pin and 3 cadaver ligaments in my left ankle, so it doesn't always move like I want it to, or the other direction. So sometimes lifting heels off the floor is kind of what I need to do to get that movement. You might find that your ankles are just tight as well. So one more. Come back and round yourself up. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. Big, deep inhale. Reach over to the side. Breathe. Inhale. Feel the length out your side body. Exhale. Inhale. Lift. Exhale. Hands behind your back. Clasp. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale. Rise. Exhale. Standing cat-cow. Look in. Arch. Round yourself, flat back, circle the knees once each direction. And now roll up. We're going to do that one more time. Big lift. This time, explore the movement. See if you can do it just a little bit differently. Finding more length or maybe more push of the hip. Maybe your breath becomes more of a focus. Keep looking up as you inhale. Hands to thighs, look in, cat. Use your back. Exhale, arch. Oh, that feels so lovely. Find neutral spine. Circle your knees once, then the other direction. Then roll up. Lift your arms high to the sky. Exhale, your hands come down. Our right leg lifts. We're going to open out and then close. Left leg open and close. So we're finding this movement from our hip joints. It's opening and then closing. We're going to add some arms to that. So we circle our arms backwards and then forwards. Do it again, back. So shoulders are meant to move in 360 degrees of rotation. But because of our computer technology-filled lives and postures, we lose that capability. Inhale. So this is helping us with that move. Last time, come back. Big, deep inhale up. Exhale, sit low into a chair. Weight goes back. Inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, chair. Look up to the sky as you lift a leg. Oh yeah, there's your balance. Sit low in the chair. So use your eyes as a way to change the movement. Push your toes into the floor so that they feel the ground and they help with your balance. One more. Hold this one up. Hold. Find your balance. Arms reach out to the side. Big deep inhale. Lift up. Exhale. Sit low in the chair. Oh, you like how I made you hold that, didn't you? Lift up high. Left leg. Hold. Arms come out. Hold. Lift high. Inhale. Look up. Exhale. Sit low. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, side bend. Just for fun, lift up high. Exhale. Lengthen up. Hands come behind your back. Clasp and open. Inhale, rise. Cat, cow. No knee swivels. Just a cat. Just a cow. Roll up. As you do, your right leg lifts and we go over the fence and we close the fence. We open and close. Lift your arms high. Inhale. Chair. Sit low. Lift your right heel off the ground and then your left heel. You're going to add just this little kind of up and down. Lift and lower. Now arms, maybe you don't want to do them. Maybe they throw you off. But lift and lower. Two more. Now lift both toes high, both heels high. This is going to come into play later on today. So find this place. Big deep inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, side bend. Lift up high. Lengthen down. This is the last time you're doing this today. So explore the movement. Maybe you bend back just a little bit more. Arch. Inhale. Cat, cow, standing. Look in. As you come up, left leg lifts off the ground. Over the fence, maybe the arms open out and go with you. Come up, inhale. Sit low in the chair. Right leg heel lifts and down. Left heel lifts and down. And down. Last one. Now both heels lift. Both heels lift. Now sink an inch lower. Come up an inch. Ooh, I know this is going to get fun today. Lower down. Lower your heels. Rise all the way up. Right leg comes over the fence. Closes. Lift your knee up high, and now slide your leg behind you for warrior 3. One thing you're going to notice in this class is there is a lot of balance, because balance is the foundation of our life. Whether it's physical balance or mental balance, right? We need to create. So if you're teeter-tottering all over the place, you're working to strengthen it. Come back up high. Inhale. Sit low in a chair. Come up, left leg lifts over the fence. Take it over. Close. Lift your arm leg high. And then reach back. Look down to the floor and pull in with your abdominals. So, I said this week we've been focusing on planks. And even though your hands aren't on the floor, this is actually a plank position. If you think about it, from head to toe, you're pulled in long, your arms are active, your foot is active. Bring ourselves up to inhale. Exhale, sit low in a chair. Lift your heels, both of them. Both heels rise. Now lower yourself down to where your heels and your booty try to touch. Take your hands, wrap them around your tiny ball position. Hands come to the floor. You're going to roll over your feet so that your toes are now on the ground and your knees are on the ground. We're in this little kneeling position. Big deep inhale, rise up. Exhale, sit back. Inhale. Now we're going to do some miniature little back bending. It's nothing major because we're still creating heat. But I want you to find this lift, big inhale, and now your right hand reaches back and you try to find your left heel. It's not a full camel. It's just this little reach. Sit down. Reach up. Left arm comes back. Touch the heel. Rise up. Sit down. I'm going to do that one more time. Lift up. Right arm. So find the arch. It's about the lift of your chest to the sky. Come up. Sit down. Lift. You should be feeling your feet a little bit right now as well. That's a big part of this. Lift up high. Come down now. Little kind of fun moment where you get to transition back to small ball. So lift your knees. Woo. Maybe your hands have to come to the floor. That's fine. Lift your hips. Lower your heels. Your hips, sorry. Now lift up through small ball to standing. Come all the way up, all the way. Rise. And exhale, step your feet wide. Right here. Okay. Lift up tall. Sit low. Rise up. And down. So we're going to be in this position a couple different ways. And we're going to use it right this moment as just a high to our hips. That move that you just did, don't forget it. One more time. Reach up. Sit low. Hold. Hands to thighs. And just shift your weight side to side. And one of the things I really like about this class is that we very purposefully don't go to the ground with our wrists. It is standing so that we can really focus on opening the chest and the hips. There's a lot of balance, which we're about to go into another balance series. So lift yourself up high. Walk your feet back in. Sit low in the chair. So now we are all facing this way. Inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, reach it out to the side. Lift up tall. Lengthen it behind you. Tap your toe to the ground. Arms reach forward. Inhale, high. Reach out to the side. Look over your shoulder. Look up to the sky. Reach behind you. Now your arms, notice when we go behind us, are staying lengthened overhead. Reach up high. Exhale out. Lift high. Feel yourself grounded into the floor. So one more time, like that. Inhale. Exhale out to the side. Check your knee. It's still over the center of your foot on this front leg, right? Reach back. Come all the way up. Foot comes onto leg. Hold right here. This is tree. Hold tree position. Sway a little side to side. Woo. Oh, my tree really went swaying in the wind. Maybe yours does too. Lower your foot. Big deep inhale. Sit low into chair. Lift your left leg high. And then out to the side. Look over your shoulder. Come up. Reach behind you. Keep the arms. Toe can touch. Or maybe you're feeling really feisty and you want to keep it off the ground. Right there will be off the ground. Inhale. I want you to find a pathway sometimes with your arms that feels really good to you. Like I love this thinking about, it's like a sweep, a big bird. Inhale. You're bending into your front knee. Make sure you get that bend. 2 more. Lift high. Feel the foot into the ground. Hinge forward at your hip. Lift up. Last one. Let's make it great. Lengthen. Reach. Find tree. Ooh. Maybe your eyes shut on tree this time. Release tree. Sit low into chair. Inhale, come up over the fence with your leg. And close. Lift up high. Reach out to the side. Come up. Lengthen behind you. We have a new one this time. Reach up and your leg is going to come forward. Tap the toe. It's going to come behind you. Cross. Come back up. Let's reach forward again. It's like you're twisting around a big spiral. Lift up. So you're spiraling. You're like cotton candy coming and swirling in. That's what this should feel like. Ooh, I don't even like cotton candy. I don't know why that was my analogy. Last one. Come all the way up, lift. Now your leg reaches out to the side and you teeter over. Hold. Lift your leg up. Sit low in a chair. Inhale, lift over the fence. Ooh. And close. Lift high. Reach to the side. I love balance challenges because they really are in some ways mental more than physical. Because you're like, oh, I'm gonna fall. You're like, I gotta catch myself. Reach forward. Lift up. Cross. Reach high. Come back in front of you. So now it's seen how far over can you reach? Lift. And up. Can your eyes follow your hands? Where's your creativity in this? What does it make you feel like? Creativity is one of those things that takes courage. You can see it behind me. There's a quote hanging on the wall that says that. And that kind of was my mantra a couple years ago for everything that I did. And it's so true. Let's do one more. It's easy to do things how they've always been done. It takes courage to be unique. Rise up. Teeter over. And I think that's what embracing our inner strength is about. It's about being willing to be different. Come all the way up. Sit low in a chair. So this is going to alternate sides. We're going to go through that whole thing. Big rise up with your right leg. Stretch to the side. Come center. Reach behind you. Lift up. Scoop down front. Rise, twist and rotate. Center, falling star. Teeter over. Your foot's gonna step wide and you sit low into this low type of chair. Knees are out. It's a variation on our gardener position. It's our first chance to open into our hips. Big deep inhale, rise up, push into your foot. Lengthen out to the side. Lift high. Reach out. You might notice you moved around your mat. Cool. Do it. Be willing to move. You don't have to stay in one place. Lift. Rotate. Maybe. Come up. Falling star. Find that reach of your hand down to the floor as we pull our abdominal muscles in and support our back. Inhale. Exhale, come wide, sit low. You guys think we can do that one more time on each side? I think we can. Push into our left leg. Lift up high, inhale. Exhale out to the side. Sometimes shifts and transitions are the hardest. Reach back. Inhale, reach forward, scoop. Up. Rotate. Inhale, falling star. Find the reach. Lengthen further to the ground. See where you can go. Inhale. No wide, just narrow. Chair. Lift up left leg. Reach out to the side. Inhale. Keep arms lengthened long so you can reach far. Sweep the leg forward. Big spinal rotation. Make it great. Use that length. Inhale. Exhale, falling star. Come back up. Feet go about hip distance apart. We're going to rotate. Be willing right here to be free and silly. Meaning, let your arms hit your arms. Let yourself rotate around. And really feel this spinal rotation. Now stay centered. Pull your abs in. Your right or your left arm circles around, and then you throw. This is called lasso. You want to circle and throw. Notice the feet, the heel lifts. We're getting this movement through the middle of our body. Maybe you want to throw your lasso lower or higher. I don't know. It's your body. It's your lasso. To me, it has this very sharp move. To maybe you, it has a very smooth, subtle move. It doesn't look like mine. As long as your arm is circling and you're rotating the middle of your body, we're where we are. Last one, each side. Last one. Hold right here. Give a big, deep inhale up. Cactus your arms. So I'm going to do this from the side. This is where we look. Inhale, rise. Do that again. It's our little Wild West moments, right? We just lasso, now we're cactus. Inhale. You're going to rotate to the right, lifting your right heel. You're on your left side. You throw your body over and then come big star in the center. Throw. Now maybe that doesn't feel good on your back to release over that low. You could always go back to this twist that we did. The big part of using this throw of our body is the lift of the heel. So we lift the heel, we come center. One more. Hold. Sit your weight down. Find that wide leg position. Press out on their knees. Rise up. Big deep inhale. Exhale, hands heart center. Right arm lasso. throw, left arm. Oh, one more each side. Big deep inhale, rise, cactus your back, look to the sky. Inhale, cactus again. Rise, right heel lifts, swing, and star. Ha, swing. Find this power pose in the middle where you feel the energy out your fingertips. You are tall and strong. One more each side. Hold. Sit low. Ooh, now this time, can your hips start to drop just a little bit lower? Maybe. Can we shift side to side? We're gonna do that one more time, that little series. Actually, twice more, because we're gonna do it one time per side. It'll make sense when we get there. Big deep inhale. Right arm lassos. Left arm lassos. Hold, cactus, inhale. One time cactus. Reach up. Right heel lifts. One time sway right. Star. One time sway left. Star. Sit low. So that one more time. Big rise. Right arm, lasso. Left arm, lasso. Feel the rotation. Rise, cactus. Arch your back. Oh, it's so lovely. Inhale. Lift your right heel. Swing down. Find the release and then the power. Release, power. Sit low. Ah, beautiful job with that, guys. It might have made you a little dizzy. I think that's kind of the fun of it in some ways. Rise up, inhale. Step your feet wider. Sit low into your legs, inhale. Rise up. Moonflower. So elbows reach to our thighs. Eyes look to the sky. Inhale. And rise. And so we're pressing our weight down each time. Our elbows reach towards our thighs, and we try to touch them. This is probably my favorite part of class. Big rise up, inhale, sunflower, where we sweep over, and we get this little tiny kind of bounce. Again, it's a grounded bounce, so we're in control. Your fingers sweep the floor as our knees reach over the center of our foot. We have to let go of any of the tensions that we've been holding on to. Let go of control. One more. Sit low. Open your hands wide. Feel the space between your fingers. Now ball your hands into tight fists. How many times in your day do you feel that tight fist of anger, right? Did you notice how it just makes your body angry? Let's make our body happy. Big deep inhale. Open your hands, throw something. Fin, fist. Exhale, throw. Get lower. Inhale, rise up a little bit. Exhale, throw and get lower. To me, it's like you've got some glitter in your hands and you just want to sparkle. Throw the glitter everywhere. One more time. Stay low. Open your chest. Rotate your back foot, so going closer to the back of the room. And turn your front foot, so you're in warrior two. Open to center. Both toes are now facing front. Your back toe rotates. Inhale, look to the sky. Exhale, down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, reach. Stay lifted through this movement. Inhale, stay centered. Now everyone sink low, elbows down for our God, or for our moonflower. Inhale, rise. Look over your right shoulder. Then come back to center and look over your left shoulder. So it's a lift, and we alternate shoulders. Why? Because we're getting movement into our neck, our cervical spine that needs to move just like the rest of our body. Inhale, reach your arms high, moonflower, sweep over. Feel that air. Give yourself like a fan. You don't need a fan, you are the fan. 2 more. Reach up high, sink low. Let's make our glitter. Fist in our hands and then throw it. Use your breath. Let me hear it. Get lower each time you throw the glitter. 1 more. Rotate, warrior 2. Inhale, center. Exhale, rotate. Notice it is a lot about how we go from side to side. I think that is such an important part of noticing our body, of how does one side feel in relation to the other. We don't judge it, we just observe it. One more. Come back to center, big lift. Exhale, sun, moonflower twice. So look over one shoulder, look over the other shoulder. Inhale, rise, sunflower, sweep twice. Lift, sit low, twice, throw your glitter. 1 more. Open up, warrior 2. Lift tall, warrior 2. Oh, come back to center. Let's do that again. Sit low over your right one shoulder. Lift high. Can you get lower in your legs? Inhale, sweep. The whole goal is to help you feel freedom of movement. Sit low. Oh, throw the glitter. Get lower. Warrior 2. Each time, are you sinking a little deeper? That's what I want you to find. This is your last time. Some moonflower. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, sweep over. Find your creativity. Sit low. Ooh, glitter. Warrior 2. Come center. Bring our hands down. Find this low place. I'm just going to kind of shift. Hopefully your hips are starting to feel a little open. Roll yourself up 1 vertebrae at a time. Walk your feet together and come to the front of your mat. Big rise up of your arms. Inhale. Lift your back. Now, arms can be up here at the sky or on the small of your back. As you get this back bend, we start to look to the sky. Lift up high. Inhale. Sit low in the chair. Lift your heels. Bend your knees. Should look familiar, right? Lower your knees to the ground. I think I'm going to be off camera, so I'm going to scooch you back. Sit low. Inhale, rise, arch. We practiced it earlier. Inhale, arch. Sit low. Transition back to small ball. Whew, I know. It's my fun favorite part. You're going to roll back to your hips. Legs lift. Reach your legs far back and come back to center. I'm having trouble with where I need to be on my mat. All right, lengthen long and come in. Reach 1 more time. Come in. Now we're going to roll on our back 3 times. We roll to our shoulders, come to boat. Roll to your shoulders. So you get this little tuck in and then a lift. So it's tuck. We never go onto our neck. Now come all the way through to our small ball. Your right foot steps back and we go low into lunge. Reach our arms high to the sky so it's crescent. Sit low. We've done so much to get warm into those hips then I want you to be able to go long here. Step that foot as wide back as you can. Now, big, deep inhale. Exhale as you push into your front leg and then lift it off the ground. But notice my front knee, it's still bent, yes? Keep that knee bent as you step back to crescent. Oh, it is about this transition. Let's do that again. Lean forward, knee bent, push in. Your foot is on the ground, grabbing those toes towards the ground. Reach back, lift up, inhale. Exhale, hands come beside foot. Hold that low position. Should feel nice. So we've been doing lots of dynamic movement just to hold this place for the 30 or so seconds that we're going to be here. Should feel really nice. Maybe your knee comes to the ground. Lift up to crescent, inhale. Now you're going to push into your front leg and lift your back leg. That was a really bad cue. Push into your front leg and you're going to grab the top of your back foot. So now, hold right here. Lift your chest, push into your hand with your foot as you start to lean forward. For this dancer position, we lift our chest even more as we try to find that round curve. Big deep inhale. We're going to kind of do the opposite of that. So your foot that's in your hand sweeps forward and you touch your toe and your knee. This is a section, it's called from Pilates dance. And you get this kind of circle. Now you're going to reach back, grab, lean forward. Lift, inhale, Pilates dance, reach. The arms, do them feel good to you. Let's do it one more time. Lift, reach. Exhale. Foot comes up to center. Inhale. Float back to warrior three. All of a sudden, warrior three is like, yay. Step your foot down. Crescent position. Hands come beside your foot. Back foot comes to meet your front. Sit low into your small ball. Knees come to the floor. Lift your arms. If you can still see me. That half camel. And rise. Half camel. And lift. Sit onto your heels. Now use this transition. Remember, your hands can come to the floor to help assist you on to the heels. And then your hands can assist to come back to both. If you've got good ankles, which as I mentioned, I do not, you could do that as one fluid movement. Reach away. Curl in. And one more. And now let's roll onto our back. So tuck into this small ball. Your chin is towards your chest. Roll. This one, come all the way through to small ball. Step your left foot back. Rise up to crescent. Again, find the link. See how far away you can be. Inhale, reach forward. Push into that front leg as your back leg lifts. Warrior three. Now pull your abdominals in. Imagine you're in a plank position because you are. It's just off the ground. As you exhale, control, step your foot back. Lean forward. Reach and push. Step back. Okay, so now is where we push into our front leg and we grab the top of our back foot. Beautiful. So really for dancer, your hand, your thumb is on the inside of your foot, which I didn't say last time. That's really where you want it to be. Lift your arm high. Reach forward. Push into your hand with your foot. That's what's getting the arch in my back. Not really lifting or doing much with my upper body. Big deep inhale. Exhale, bring it through. Forward stance. Now you're gonna notice this side is gonna be pretty ugly for me. And I know that. And I'm okay with it. It's my beauty. Sweep around. Lift up. You might have a side that you teeter-totter all over the place on too. We've done a lot of balance already today. And the good news, this is your last little bit of balance. Yeah. Come back forward. Reach back. Oh. Sweep forward. This one's fun because I get to see my foot tattoo that says releve, which in French means to rise. Come up. And in dance, it's this position right here where you lift onto your toes. Now, I want to see, can we lower into that small ball from releve? Ooh, come all the way down. Let's shift back. Reach up. Ooh, right there. And rise. And back. And lift. Now roll back onto your feet. Step your left foot back. And let's hold this deep, low crescent. Just breathe into it for a moment. Step your back foot in to meet your front. Small ball. Notice I don't have you forward, and that's kind of a purposeful thing of we're trying to avoid that more forward folding motion because we do it all the time in life. Stand up tall. Lift our chest. And step back wide into our second. Goddess. Hold right here. Hands come to thighs. Just gonna look over one shoulder. And come back to center. And switch. Sky's beautiful, and so are you. So what you'll notice with CounterFlow Yoga, this is a program that I've developed over the last couple years and was really about countering those postures that we do in everyday life, getting deep into our hips and our shoulders and our back. And there's a lot of consistency from week to week. There's certain things that we'll always do. And then there's little switches and little twitches and little changes. And that's kind of that idea, that's how life is, right? There's a lot of consistency. A lot of things that we do every single day that are the exact same. But then there's things that get thrown at us that are just a little bit different. And that's the courage to be okay with change. Come back center. Shift side to side. And I think that that's such an important part of life. And in some ways, I give you guys pep talks. I give myself pep talks as well. It's kind of a nice perk of the job. Start to walk your hands side to side. Switch to the other side. Those who've kind of heard me share stories from my dad, just kind of give an update. He went to the hospital yesterday. He's having a really hard time breathing. He had a stroke in July, and he's a 4-year cancer survivor. And then the cancer kind of destroyed, for lack of better terms, his ability to swallow, and his stroke made it worse. So he has no swallow capabilities, and his trachea will swell or close up on him and such. So they took him to the hospital yesterday, and we've just kind of been waiting. We can't go. We can't be at the hospital. My mom, who's his power of attorney, can't be there. He has aphasia, which means he can't talk. Or he can talk, we just don't know, he just doesn't always say the right thing. And it's just kind of this amazing thing. My dad, I always think with him, he is such a fighter. Let's hold over to the other side and just stay right here. I think it's like whatever gets thrown at you. You might get mad at it, you might get frustrated, but he gets through it. They did a COVID test on him, and we're hoping it comes back negative. But my mom was yesterday, she's like, if he has it, he'll get through it. Because that's how my dad is. He's got this just like deep go to the other side, internal fight of like, I am not going to give up. I think that's a thing that a lot of people don't have always. We're going to come back to the other side. Rotate around. Drop your back knee to the ground. And you shift your weight back towards your heel. And then come forward. You get this just kind of walk back and forth. When they told him they'd have to pull all these teeth in order to have 35 radiation treatments, he said, all right, let's do it. Not necessarily happily, but what does life throw at you? That you're like, you fight through it, or you give into it? Well, hopefully we'll get a call today saying he can come home. Since we can't be there. Really crappy times in our world. One more time. You're feeling this length behind your hamstring. Hold forward. Bend your back foot so it's on the floor, or tuck your toes, and you're going to rotate over your shoulder. Bring your hand forward. Lift your back toe. Rotate back forward. We're going to go to the other side. Bend your back knee. Walk back and forth. And in so many ways, I think that's what this class I really love about. For me, it gives me this chance to look at things. I'm one of those people, I'm like, harder, better, faster, stronger, always, right? Like that competitive person inside me. But yoga has given me this sense of being able to slow down sometimes. And in this class, where CounterFlow Yoga is so much a shift away from the normal vinyasa yoga and look at these functional movement patterns. Sometimes it'll be a little bit harder. Some days it'll feel a little bit easier. There's always some type of consistency and some type of change. Stay forward, untuck your back toes, rotate around. Let's save this night. Let's save this night. Feel the movement around the center of your body. Bring your hand down. Tuck your back toe. One more time. Let's just kind of shift from side to side. I didn't mention it, but you could always be up here. You don't have to be all the way down around here on the floor. And bring yourself to center. Walk your feet so they are closer together. Our hands come to heart center. Now, this little deep resting position squat. We push our knees out. We open our chest. We look to the sky. And at this moment, ignore what's going on in your body. See and feel what it is that you fight for inner strength for. Maybe it's a person, maybe it's a situation. But what is that inner strength that you need daily to get through your challenges? Place your right hand on the floor. Open your left arm up to the side. Come back to center. Other side. Come back to center. Sit your weight back. And extend your right leg to the side. So for those who might have been joining me over the last couple of weeks for this CounterFlow Yoga class, you might have noticed how we kind of went back to some of that beginning stuff. And that's again, one of the elements of this class is that it is very much this dynamic working story where we kind of ebb and flow throughout. Where some weeks we choose to add new things. We added a couple new things today. But where some weeks we stick with the familiar. Come back to center. Bring your hands together behind your back. Open your chest. Back to center, release your hand. Take your right hand to the floor, lengthen your left arm up and over to the side. And try to walk your forearm onto the ground on the right arm, but keep your hip on the ground. Come back to center. Many of those who joined me for Yoga Sweat Hybrid this week, it was a really dynamic practice. And I feel like this move right here is such a great counter stretch to all that strength that we did. You know, a lot of times yoga becomes very wrist happy and very knee dominant. And I just wanted to find ways today to help us kind of counter that. Come back to center. Reach your arms high. Feet come to the floor. You're gonna roll yourself down one vertebrae at a time. So your knees come to center. And we just gently rock from side to side. Use this opportunity to give yourself a big hug, to thank your body for all that it's done for you today and that it does for you every day. On the balcony. Bring your feet to the ground. Let your knees open out to the sides. I swear I drank a half bottle. Let your weight just open the legs out. As we finish here in this final few moments of relaxation, know that each day is a new opportunity to go through the routine and to embrace the shifts and changes. Maybe there's something, every day right now is so different, right, with COVID and all that's going on. We don't always know what's going to come on the other side of an hour, even some days. And that is those little shifts. The consistency of life, the little shifts and changes that it throws at us. Bend your knees into center. Hug them in. Roll to your right side. Push yourself up to seated. And let's finish in this tall seated position. As you go through the rest of your day, allow yourself the opportunity to be creative in what you do, to be curious in the ways that you maneuver life, and to be courageous in your willingness to be vulnerable to changes and challenges. Take that with you. Big deep inhale. Give yourself one final pat on the back. Release your hands. Until next time, I'm Summer. Thank you guys for being here with me. I want to stick around for just a moment after, if you're still with me, and just tell you a little bit about CounterFlow Yoga. I know I've done this one time, but I thought it would be nice to do it again. Like I mentioned a couple times throughout class, CounterFlow Yoga is a program that I've developed over the last couple years and was supposed to be presented at a conference this March, which obviously got canceled because of COVID. And the idea, as I mentioned, is how can we take away those postures, those things that we do every day. One of the reasons that I've chosen not to do things like chaturangas or downward dogs or a lot of these positions on our wrist is because that we spend so much time on computers that we forget that our hands need to move, and then we go into these positions and it becomes weight bearing and it's just a little bit uncomfortable. So that's why I give you these wrist circles, these pushes of the hand. And in a lot of ways, it's just countering the postures that we are in daily life. And that really is the idea behind it. You'll see that chest opening, that back bending. And again, as I mentioned, there's some consistent things, some things that we'll always do. Those side bends, kind of that first beginning sequence is very standard. But then is where we start to get these opportunities to shift. And my hope for you is that as you continue to do it, you'll find those moments that are familiar and go, yes, I can now really be creative in how I explore that pathway because I know it. And then there'll be moments where you're like, I have no idea what she's doing. And you have to think a little bit. And that's where you have to bring the courage of the unknown, of being vulnerable. And so really, truly, the motto of this class is about being creative, curious, and having courage. And I hope that that's what you leave feeling after every class. And I hope that you leave feeling a little taller, a little more open, with the capabilities to move better and perform at your top levels in all that you need to do. That's a little bit of background. It is falling under the educational world of GXunited, and you can learn more kind of there as well. So anyways, just a little bit more background. If you've got questions, I would love to know who's with me. So drop some comments and just tell me what you think, what you need, and I would appreciate it. Have a good one, guys.